Hi everyone and welcome back. So I have kind of a mini review and haul on these new Soap & Glory face masks that came out about a week ago. Now I have been waiting for these to come out for so long because I've been kind of following their Instagram account and they've been announcing them, but then they keep delaying them, and they finally came out in Boots last week. And also thankfully they run 3 for 2, so I got 3 masks. So I got the Radiance Boosting Mask, which is obviously meant to add radiance to the skin. This one has vitamin C in it. And then I got the Puffy Eye Attack Under Eye Brightening Mask, obviously to help brighten under your eyes. And then I got this, which is the What a Peeling Declog Mask, which it did have 2, and it's obviously meant to help declog your pores. So I'm going to start off with this one because it was the first one I used. I believe this was £3.50, but I'll pop all of the prices down below. And so this one, it comes with 2 of these kind of like small tubs, if I could get one out, of the product, and then you also get this spatula to help apply it. And with this, I was almost expecting it to be kind of like the, is it PORE? Those kind of like nose strips that you pop on and then peel off, but it's actually an entire face mask. It's also, the first thing that kind of surprised me about this was that it was kind of like a bright pink, which I was kind of not expecting that. It almost looked like kind of putty or silicone when you applied it to your face. With this, what I also liked was there was easily enough product in here to cover your entire face, but again with these sort of single-use packaging, there's always a bit extra product left over, so I was kind of really struggling to use up all of the product. I would much rather that instead of these 2 kind of like single discs, they just had it in kind of like a squeeze tube packaging that you could reseal, because although I get that these are obviously meant to be face masks, it's not coming like a sheet mask form like this one, so I think that would have been much easier. And the spatula didn't really help with applying the product. I couldn't really get an even layer with this, and it was still running down my face and everything, because like I said, I was trying to use the whole product up, so I probably used a bit too much. I could very easily have just applied this with my hands. I don't think this really added any value, this kind of scoop spatula thing. And then this took about 20 to 25 minutes to dry. I didn't notice it was particularly drying on my skin as it was drying down. It wasn't one of those face masks where you couldn't move your face at all. And then when it did finally dry, I could very easily get it all off in one go. It was very easy to peel off. What I did notice about this was after my skin did feel very, very smooth, and it definitely had got rid of the dead skin as well. I was kind of just expecting it to help with kind of like the gunk in my pores, but it definitely helped to almost exfoliate my skin in a way. So like I said, my skin felt very, very smooth afterward. However, this was a bit too abrasive for me. I have very, very sensitive skin, and it did feel a bit too harsh on my skin. So for that reason, after I've used this one up, I don't think I'm going to repurchase this mask, because I think if I was to use it as a long-term thing, it would have more negative effects than positive on my skin. It was a really good mask, but it wasn't exceptional, which is with Soap & Glory, I find the majority of their products are so good that I have really high standards for everything else. And I definitely think in terms of this face mask, there are definitely better ones. I think if you're looking for a declogging mask from Soap & Glory, their No Pores Allowed face mask is 10 times better, and it probably would work out better value than these anyway, cost per use. And then the next one I used was this, and this was their Puffy Eye Attack Under Eye Brightening Mask. So I kept the mask after I used it, and it was one of these kind of like almost silicone under eye patches that you pop like that. Everyone knows what they look like, and it just came sealed in these kind of sheets of paper to help keep it separated like that. And obviously you got one for each eye. With this, what I liked straight away was I've definitely used these kind of silicone under eye masks before, and they just immediately slip down your face, whereas this one really did stay in place. It didn't move around your eye at all, and it wasn't uncomfortable to wear or anything like that. It definitely felt comfortable on the skin. However, with this, after I used it, I really didn't notice the difference in my eye area at all. My eyes still had very dark circles under them, which I know this isn't meant to help with dark circles, but I was kind of expecting it to have a benefit for that. But like I said, overall, I didn't really notice the difference to my under eye area, so I wouldn't repurchase that one. If you do want a good eye treatment from Soap & Glory, I can't remember the name, it's the eye cream in the rollerball. I think it's called Eye Bright or something along those lines. That one is amazing. I would definitely recommend that over the eye mask. And then finally moving on to the last one that I've not really used fully yet, which I will get onto in a minute, was this. And this was the Radiance Boosting Mask. So this is meant to have vitamin C in it. It's meant to help brighten your skin. One thing I was very hesitant about with this at first was if you've ever heard of Karen Hyron, she's basically like a skincare kind of guru, like skincare expert. From reading her blog, she mentioned that vitamin C is very hard to kind of keeping products without it going off in its true form. So I was kind of thinking, is the vitamin C still going to have its benefits in a mask like this? Like I said, I'm nowhere near a skincare expert, so don't quote me on that. It was just from having read her blog, she basically said that any products with vitamin C in them, by the time you actually get to use the product, the vitamin C has basically lost all of its benefits. I'll link the blog post I'm referring to down below so you know what I'm talking about. So with this one, I was a bit like, is it going to work? What I've actually done with this one, as you can see I've taken up, is I haven't actually used the mask bit yet, because with these sheet masks you get so much kind of wasted product in them after you've used them that I didn't want to obviously waste any of the product, so I cut it open and I just kind of pushed out some of the serum and put it on my face like that. So I haven't actually used the proper sheet mask yet. However, with that, just from the serum, I did notice a tiny bit of a difference to my skin. Like I said, I haven't used the mask fully yet, so I can't give a full review on it, but my skin definitely felt very bright and fresh, just not as radiant as I would have liked it to have been. But out of the 3 masks that I've tried, I definitely like this one the best, and I probably will repurchase that. So if you're going to get any out of the 3, I would recommend this one. But overall, with these face masks, I was kind of disappointed. I had much higher expectations. Like I said, 99% of the Soap & Glory products I've used have been absolutely amazing, particularly their skincare. So I did go in with really high expectations. They do have a kind of hydrating moisture mask I really want to try, so hopefully that one will probably be the best one. Like I said, the declogging one was really good. It was just kind of a bit too harsh for my skin. So if your skin isn't as sensitive as mine, I would definitely recommend this one. But overall, that was just my very quick kind of haul and first impressions on these new Soap & Glory masks. Let me know if you tried any of these below and what you thought of them, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.